Hello, hello, hello. Who do we have out there in the void of space tonight on this Friday for some Space Engineers 1 plus a bit of Space Engineers 2? How's it going? Ooh, how's it going, guys? Let's see. Who is in the chat tonight? I see Officer Durr, Bullslayer, Old Iron Guard, JR Android, Thorskin. I also see Bullslayer, Evenstar, Commander Exorcist, Ajir, Sick, Captain Tarok, Alzumi, Adorian, Spaceman, Star Driver. Incredible. Well, it is great to see everybody today. I just noticed, I feel like I look particularly tired today. I don't know, I'm just noticing that, but it is great to be here after another exciting week. And of course, I think actually the last stream was last Monday. So it always feels, normally quite often if we do a stream on Monday, we don't do on the Friday. So it ends up feeling nearly 2 weeks since I saw you guys. And then I think actually, now that I think of it, I think maybe the week before, was that the week Aaron did the bunker competition? It's possible. The Yap Master is here, that's right. Jim Bass as well, welcome. Jasama, Iota, Militron, great to see you. Maxime, Francois, I think I did that right. Flying Fish, Michael, great. So the plan for today is to, as always, go over some of the latest news from the Space Engineers world ecosystem and go over some of the blog posts that I have. And this is obviously SE2 stuff. Now, they're all, I think, given that the SE2 stuff is obviously fresh and there's big stuff coming, and eventually, yes, eventually the day will come where I think, we expect to see, most players moving over to SE2. Obviously, a lot of features are kind of pending that, but it's all very exciting. So we're going to look a little bit at the news. And of course, we're approaching the next Space Engineers 1 update too. 207 is going to be incredible, guys. There's going to be, I think the last couple of updates have been great for SE1 and people have really liked both the free and the premium content. And I think, 207 is going to be no exception to that. So we're also going to do all of this and we'll jump into the game, jump on the server and take a look at what you guys have been building in Space Engineers 1 over the last couple of weeks. It's going to be always good to see what's going on there. And we can answer some questions. So if you guys have questions about SE1 or SE2, I can try my best to address them. It's not always easy, given just how much is going on. And, there is so many things are subject to change, but I'll always try my best. Unbelievable. Sir Hamster is in the chat. Incredible. A question, what burns in my mind? Are we going to get SE2 wheels? Well, I think you can be rest assured wheels will come at some point. You cannot really have planets without wheels. Well, you can, but it would be strange. So, obviously for SE, and what's nice to see? I see a lot of people playing SE1, but asking questions like Steely, the questions, should I say. The only question I ever have is survival when? Well, I can't tell you exactly when, but the aim is still to release the next major update for Space Engineers 2 before the end of this year. Now, that might seem like a long way, but it might also seem like a short way, given that we're already in August. So only, if you count the week or whatever around Christmas, we're talking like 4.5 months, guys, left of the year. So that's not that long, to be honest. If that is... Now, Marek didn't promise the release of Planets and Survival Vertical Slice 2.0 before the end of the year. But we did say that is the goal. The goal being transparent. The goal of our team is to have Survival and Planets in Space Engineers 2 in your hands before the end of 2025. But of course, it's still alpha, so things don't need to be perfect. But at the same time, this is still a big step. So I think if it comes to the team that it's not quite ready yet, I mean, in a major way, you know, maybe there's some major things that aren't quite, you know, that could push it into next year. But as of right now, it's all hands on deck because we appreciate. We did a number of polls. I have a new poll for you guys today as well. And that poll is, sorry, the polls that we had was like, you know, what is the biggest thing that you're waiting for to jump into SE2? And the overwhelming majority were voting for Planet and Survival. What up, John Wack? Incredible. I can't believe I'm seeing you there. Big day tomorrow, John. And there will be a Space Engineers 1 update this year as well. I'll say that as well. So when was the last one? We had it, I lost track of time. It was like 2 months ago? Man, time's flying. But there will be, the aim is also, there'll be obviously, you know, 207 is cooking as well and should not be too long either. So lots of stuff happening, And that doesn't mean December, although I guess for SE2, like, probably as much time as the guys have to meet that, but not necessarily, Alzumi. Playing out to play Survivor on Christmas would be the best Christmas gift ever. Okay, it is true, that is true. We also see Ryder, welcome. Darlan, welcome. It's so great to see everyone tonight, it really is. I don't always have time for reading the names, but I do like to do it. I think especially when I'm solo. Aaron wasn't able to make it today, guys, but you know, that's okay. As you may have noticed, some of the streams we'll do together with Aaron. Some of the streams Aaron might do on his own, which is a big deal. I think, you know, it's actually pretty crazy. I don't know how many guys were there for it, but when Aaron did a bunker competition stream, that was the first stream, Space Engineers stream, that I wasn't doing, or actually I wasn't hosting, I guess, in like 10 years. So it was a pretty special occasion. So I trained Aaron up on all the, you know, all the behind the scenes OBS and setup and everything. But I think in the future you will see some more streams from Aaron solo in, and maybe midweek, who knows? So I think it's very important that, you know, there's multiple people at the company who can do live streams, because, you know, something might happen to me. And sometimes, you know, I might have a trip, who knows? So it is pretty wild, actually. I didn't really think of it at the time, but just thinking back, Hamster, it was pretty crazy. When are you going to stream, Hamster? Get you in here. So can't wait for 207. Farming and weather's going to be great. There will be, you know, I'm not going to, I mean, honestly, Ryder, you can expect, you know, another DLC. It's just kind of how things have, you know, we've had this now for, I don't know how many years, 3-4 years. It's pretty standard to have the kind of premium and free content. So there will be, you know, most likely another DLC for Space Engineers. It's going to be high quality. Let's have a look. ChatGPT said September. I'm really curious. Wait, what did you ask ChatGPT? Based on what info? That's funny. Yeah, GBT5's come out. I've heard about it. Hey, on Xbox, I hope I can share some of my builds of you soon. Not sure how I do that, though. I would love to see them, Deadstone. They all published. Christmas update. Mercedes, what's up? Aaron was a bit weird. Look, you gotta cut him some slack. He has done some streams over the course of his kind of online creator career, but not so many. So it's, you know, he's still relatively early to it. But from what I heard, it went very well. He did really well. The bunker stream was awesome. That's great. That's really, and actually, I never got to ask you guys, because last week was modding with Marek and Chenda. We were very busy last week, so I had to ask you, how did you guys? I was actually away at the time. That's why I couldn't be there. How was the reactions, I guess, to the bunker competition? I miss being there. Watch modders beat you to adding planets and survival, lol. Well, Steely, you know, power to the modders. And, you know, we're never going to be able to compete with the modders to some degree when it comes to speed. What we focus on is overall, you know, I guess depth and also fidelity to every feature that we add, if that makes sense. So that is true. It always will take us a lot longer to add features than modders might, but well, I was careful around that word, Alzumi. You know, I'm careful about that word. Don't want to cause any arguments, but you know, it's. I'll just say that it's important for us that every single thing in the game is kind of unified in its design, yeah, quality, performance, and everything. So yeah, and that's another question. I have lots of questions for you guys apparently tonight. I'm just interviewing you guys. How many of you guys have been modding recently? I'll say SE2 because that's obviously a big focus, but also SE1 recently. Has there been some hot mods? Now, last week was great. It was really cool to see what people are already doing in SE2. The modding tools are amazing, and I really think that it's only the beginning once scripting gets in as well. Reverse Q&A, A and Q more like. No, that doesn't work. Bunker livestream led to the creation of the Cult of Shovel. A whole new cult formed. Incredible. I didn't win. It's the worst competition ever. How will the performance be improvements for console? Now, I'll say this, Ryder. When it comes to performance on consoles, and in general for SE1, it is getting more difficult, guys. If it wasn't apparent. Because when you think about it, with how old the game is, we've always been trying to work on this and kind of squeeze as much as we can as possible. But definitely it's becoming more challenging for our team just because the amount, some of the stuff, you know, if we wanted to push it further, it would need like a total rewrite of certain parts of the engine. And when it comes to that kind of performance changes, this effort is definitely better spent going into SE2, which already is better scale for performance. And that's not to say that performance improvements won't come to SE1. They have, and they are, and they will. But some of these massive gains that we saw at some points in the past are very, very difficult to kind of achieve at this point. I mean, that's part of why SE2 was created. It's this new foundation for the next decade of space engineers that is built on this, you know, how to word it, like, yeah, like a new clean, I can't say clean slate, but something like that, right? So that might not be the answer you want to hear, especially if you're playing SE1 right now, but the goal of both games has always been to get performance as best as we can. But then it's hard because you could spend a bunch of time working performance, but then that can be time taken up from new features. And it's, of course, you don't want to just do performance, you don't want to just do features, but so it's always been a challenge. You guys need a vacation? We got plenty of vacations this summer, but yeah, no, other than that, team is cracking on. Yeah, because that's it, Steely. The original space engineers, the code, the engine, it's very, old is a brutal term. I'll use dated, and it's just a matter of life. Like, and there is games that are older than 10 years old, but there's not so many games out there. I mean, you could say, I don't know, your Eve and Minecraft and WoW, and there obviously are games a lot older than even 15, 20 years old, but there's not so many that have active development on. Let's say that. Like, if you had to list games that were older than 10 years that have active development, active updates, yeah, not just like hotfixes, but updates and content additions, there is probably, I'm sure there's hundreds overall, but compared to the tens of hundreds of thousands of games, I think it's not so common. So definitely that's why SE2 is a huge step forward. And actually, I'm yapping a lot, so forgive me, I've missed you guys. But we're going to jump into some of the dev diaries and check out some of these cool things that have been talked about and showcased in recent weeks. I think you guys are going to like this. I mean, I think most of you have seen this, but it's okay. We can go through it live together here. And there's always people who miss these. So we'll go through this very shortly here. Let me just... Yeah, that was right I wanted to do. Yapset? Exactly. Yapsesh. Yeah, 7 Days to Die. Still cooking. There you go. SE2 will come to console at some point, Ryder. It would be... Again, we mentioned it day one. And obviously, when we announced it, there was a lot of disappointment from players that it wasn't there. And at the end of the day, there's one main reason why it's not on console already. It's simply due to the fact that having it on one platform, having it on Steam, it allows for much faster iteration when it comes to just pushing out updates and pushing out changes. On consoles, it's always, there's always, they have very, there's processes involved, and it's actually good processes. The processes ensure that everything is right, so everything runs well on, the consoles. But this process, of course, can add to the time to get updates out. So right now, when SE2 is in this stage, we're just trying to get new stuff in there. We're trying to get new, revolutionary updates. it's a lot quicker to just quickly just work and work. And then at a point, it'll be like, right, let's get this on console. And by the time it comes to console, it'll have a lot more features, be a lot better performing, which is important as well, right? So this is a main reason. It's not a lack of want. It's really just a resources slash kind of logical thing when it comes to rapid development, if that's a fair answer. Epic speech, epic yap. So yeah, I don't want to say go more into it, but I really, it's really important that the console players don't feel left out. I mean, technically they are left out, right, of actually playing SE2, but it's definitely not our long-term goal, and we definitely want everyone, as many players, and who knows, maybe whatever. You know, I know a lot of people running SE2 on Linux and stuff, and I think it'd be cool if we had a Linux, official Linux version and stuff like this. There's things that we can definitely get to review and re-explore in the future, but the priorities right now is revolutionary tech, and yeah, just getting everything in there, radar-eyed. How was that? Those answers to the question? Yeah, it's funny, Clint, I do look tired today, don't I? I mean, I always kind of look tired, but when I start the stream today, I was like, oh damn, I look kind of tired today. And it's funny you mentioned it, Clint. Yeah, I don't get as much sleep as I want, but yeah, I'm looking a little bit, but I'll rest up this weekend. Actually, I won't. I'm going to be streaming this weekend. We're doing a survival series right now, and it's being crazy. I actually want to share some... we have this scenario. It's like a King of the Hill situation. So it's kind of like a PvP multiplayer survival with like objective-based thing, but played out over the course of multiple weeks. And it's actually been very, very interesting. Some of the most fun I've had in SE1 survival. A lot of welding up pads, welders. A lot of welding up armor blocks for me, but still, love it. The concept's great. So, we'll get into some more questions in a second. Officer dug up the pajama helmet. Incredible. That's a great find right there. Can you confirm the PC won't take another hit in the next update? I would be very surprised, John. And I know that was a frustrating development there, actually, having the PCU taking a hit on the fieldwork update. And I know... So I do not expect this to be an issue, because it was already such a shock for many players, and it wasn't an easy decision. So I think it wasn't made lightly. So I personally can't say for sure. I wouldn't be expecting one. So, hey Lieps, what up? I should change this stream to Space Engineers 1 yapping session. +1 for Linux. Do we have anyone else playing on Linux right now? PS5 or PS6? Good question. What is the what is an can't speak. When is it expected that a potential PS6 will be announced? Maybe it won't be cool, that, who knows? I haven't read up on my Sony PlayStation what's the word, like not leaks, but like, you know, speculation recently. Like when is the next generation consoles expected? Because it feels like to me that the 5 and the what is it, 1? I've actually forgot the name of it. I'm so what was the name of the micro? I'm so lost. Xbox One X? Well, X, that was it. One X. 1 was the previous generation. It's the 1X and 1S now, right? That's right. Had to double back there. 27, 28. Still some time out then, right? Hey, Chamberlain, welcome. That's just age, Zoc. I'm feeling it every passing year. Hits me. Okay, so let me go through. I honestly, you know, I like to talk to you guys in the app, but let's try, as we already 20 minutes in here, let's try and go through some stuff here. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, what has happened? We can yap throughout. Host plus... Where is host plus screen? Oh, there we go. Fantastic. I'm going to zoom in. Boom. Now let's get this screen up. Yeah. So we're going to go through the oldest dev diary here. I'm going to I'll try my best to rush through these so we can get to the actual server and SE1 showcase. And I hope you guys have some of your builds ready to ride. But in the meantime, I'm feeling the hype for SE2. Like I say, I really think, like I know a lot of people are playing SE1 still, majorly, but I see Hamster's a big advocate. Hamster's extremely, to call out Hamster in the chat, extremely excited by what they see in SE1. So here we go. This was a dev diary because I don't think Aaron did it. I don't think Aaron had a stream on the 18th with the bunker. I don't think he did this. And then the next stream was the modding, which we didn't do, and then today's stream. So we haven't done this for a while. So we are nearly a month or 3 weeks out of date for the dev diaries. So let's quickly go through this here and see what Marek covered. So I'm going to speed through this. So this was awesome. Unless we did this. Hold on. I feel like I've looked at this, but it's impossible because it was the 17th. Maybe it's just because I read it myself. But anyway, we'll go through it again real quick. So there was some great feedback on the new combat system for SE2. It was really great. There was so many comments. I mean, 130 is a lot of because they were very detailed comments on the blog post, and you guys responded a lot of interesting ideas to SE2 combat, SE2-1. So we just have some images here. This is the obviously SE2 cryopod, work in progress here with the fractures. There was an internal... now, we have looked at this, which is what's weird. I feel like this was shown in the past. We definitely showcased this on another stream. I think it was just the fact the guys are mentioning that they were also testing this as well. So this is very cool when it comes to multi-character emotes. Like, this is not an SE1, and I think for cinematics and all kinds of things, that the potential you can have with players interacting with players is... There's huge potential for this, I think, in both vanilla and, the community kind of assets and videos and stuff. So, yeah, asteroids are grouped into clusters. They'll be organized into proper asteroid belts and rings. So this is part of a plan to add structure to space using the star map, which the team is calling the colonization map. I'm sure I was going to make a British joke, but I won't. Anyway, yeah, so that's a pretty big deal. I mean, this is a pretty big deal for SE2, having a star map. Let's be honest. How many of you guys have wanted a star map or some kind of map in space? Look, give me a show of hands. Give me an 07 in the chat if you've wanted one of these guys in SE1. I mean, come on. This is crazy. So, but yeah, all of this and having asteroid belts and rings, this is all very cool for the kind of SE2 universe. So yeah, we have the multi-character emotes. Now we've got the hand drill animations. I've always wanted the hand drill to feel heavy and dynamic. When you push it into rocks, it should bounce and fight back. So there's 3 states: idle, drill on, no contact, and then drill in contact. So yeah, there's a couple of things here. Should feel very gratifying, like hitting a crowbar, like hitting something with a crowbar in Half-Life. That same feedback loop. We'll apply this to the grinder and probably the welder too. Yeah, so this was an interesting one. A lot of people comment on this. So acceleration-based camera shake. When piloting a grid or jetpack boosting, the camera shake slightly during acceleration, deceleration. It gives this kind of visceral sense of momentum, like engines pushing. It only triggers during the changes, not while cruising, but the team has tuned it down a lot to avoid being annoying, but I think we'll still need to reduce it 40%. I expect some veterans will hate it, so maybe we'll add an option to turn it off. This is also interesting because I know you guys have made some comments about this as well. So, grass. New V-shaped grass. Interesting. Just some more. Oh, no, wait a second. Oh, yeah. So we've got on the right-hand side, the old grass. On the left-hand side, the V-shaped grass. What are you guys thinking about? I mean, maybe this isn't the best. I'm zoomed in here, and like because I've blown it up, the image kind of looks a bit. But it's interesting. So it's a subtle change there. That's interesting, that. Okay. Then we have the story and sandbox merge. We've so decided to merge. Oh, this is an interesting one. And I don't know how you guys feel about this. Feedback in the chat right now. We've decided to merge the campaign into the sandbox. Originally, they were separate. Sandbox was colonization only, no story, no main characters, just systems and generic NPCs. Big thing, NPCs, another big word that I know SE1 players are hyped about. But now we realize that having a story outside of the sandbox would be a waste. It complicates production and splits our focus, so no separate campaign mode anymore. We're putting the story into the sandbox. So what do we feel about this? I'm sure there's comments on this post. I know there is, in fact, on the blog post. But I'm just curious, you guys watching the stream tonight, what were your reactions to this when you first read this? Or reading this now, for example? Let some time to delay. Good tea. I think it's good. That's wise. As long as it's still truly sandboxy, it will be. It'll, like, when you think of Space Engineer Survival Sandbox, right, no limits, it'll be, now, there's a lot of questions of how the team will achieve the campaign mode within the survival, right? There's a lot of questions around that. I'm sure you guys have, I have some questions, but that is the plan. There won't, and because of that, like, yeah, it'll be like sandbox. So who's the main character? I think some of the things that were already talked about will be there in terms of the lore, but I think what ends up happening down the line and being able to continue doing what you want can be different. It's SE1, but in SE1 it was a sandbox, but it felt like individual levels. Will the story block progression for sandbox? Yeah, there's lots of good questions like that. Like, I would assume there's a version, like, imagine if you wanted to start a new world. You don't want to be put into a situation where it's like kind of a campaign and you have to force to play the same every time. Like, I'm sure either when you load a world, it will kind of give you an option, or there'll be a way to turn off the story or something. Like, I'm not even confirming here. I'm just speculating what I imagine will make sense. But I'm sure, like, rest assured, we won't do it in a way that, frustrates players who are just trying to play. Especially if you've played the story already, right? Hey, mate, what's up? No, campaign story is a long way off. That's if you remember the list, it's probably one of the later things that'll be added, because for that we need a lot of things to fall into place, including more cinematic tools. We need NPCs. There's a lot of things that fall into place. So the next big step to bring this sandbox up to players' hype levels, I guess, is the planets and survival. And the stuff later on it will change and so on. But yeah. Yeah, machine learning, like, there is questions about AI and stuff, and a lot of people talk about AI. Like, there's a lot of exciting things happening. I know I know some people, there's certain elements that people aren't fans of, I guess. In that regard, at some point, it would not surprise me if this technology is harnessed, if that makes sense. But there's nothing. Obviously, NPCs, right? I'm not talking about like NPC AI. I think when your question, you're just talking more about like stuff that could be powered by LLMs or something like this. Like, I don't think there's there's nothing on the roadmap specifically, but just given where I guess where things are going, like, who knows? It's I'm sure this has come up, but as of right now, like, there's no kind of integration into that regard, of course. Mechanical blocks, that's true. Yeah, okay, cool. I think we can move on here. So there's some rocks here, very nice rocks. Oh, there's some spoilers. Oh, I hope you guys are okay with this. So how will the story work inside the sandbox? Turn off the stream if you don't want to read this or hear this. I think it's okay. It starts with a cutscene, who you are, what the Bearing Project is, what Almagest is, who your brother is. FTUE begins. You repair your ship, build a small spacecraft, and you reach the orbital station. From there, you take contracts and missions that progress colonization of Almagest. Some missions push the story forward, not just the colonization meta. Cutscenes play at the beginning or end of key missions, but they will avoid anything that the player could have influenced. Ship builds, destroyed stuff, character skins, because the cutscenes are pre-rendered. Sure. Yeah. There will be data pads and hidden locations to reveal more of the world and its mysteries. I'm really looking forward to telling the story of Amarjess. It's deep, has a big twist, and is quite personal, shaped by how I see the world. So this is like a little bit... I mean, again, this is all subject to change. You know, we still have time for things to adjust it here, but this is the current thinking of how a story will work inside the sandbox. So, moving down here, I love this. Look at this different Flora here. We've got grass green. I mean, this is very familiar. This is more familiar of what we see in the past, I feel like, from Space Engineers. We have volcanic wastelands, and again, different soil. Like you can see the kind of soil is different here, and the kind of grass and plants that grow here is very different. We just have, hold on. Yeah, this is grass, green grass patch. This is grass and just soil, so grass and soil. And then we have soil savanna, rock savanna. Oh, there's more coming up. We have like Windows, oh no, I was going to say Windows XP background, but forest, grasses, rock, sand, soil, coastline, soil, savanna, rock, deserts too. So these are some of the new voxels that the team are cooking. But I think these look really great. Really, really nice. They're a little bit pixelated on this preview, but this is just the images, I think. This is a long one here. Complete roadmap, players experience. Beside that, I'm looking forward to getting a full day just to dig deep into our complete roadmap, to lock in everything that needs to be the final version of SE to the version that leaves early access. The goal is to deliver a complete and well-balanced experience and then keep expanding through updates like always. So Marek's also working on the player experience document. It's a short doc, but it outlines how players should experience SE2 from the very first moment all the way to 50 plus hours of gameplay. So this is just a video showing some old grass effects. Let's see here. So this is the next test. Wow, look at that. Super dense. That's beautiful. So this is the new SE2 billboards here. And I think if you go back to the first, there we go, hold on. Saw something else. New SE2 billboards plus subdivision. Test 3. Yeah, I mean, flicking back to the start, like if you go from this, I guess, back to this, already another nice improvement there. So that was the end of this blog post. I'm going to try and speed through them here because I'm already live for 30 minutes, but we're good. We're good. We still have like at least another hour, I think, of stream time, so we should be fine. Right, let's have a look at the next one. So this next one was the following week. I hope you guys are following along, and also give me an 07 in the chat again if you guys didn't see this. If you're hearing about this information, you're reading this information for the first time. I mean, this is some weeks old now, but again, if you're maybe busy, you kind of didn't see the post, you may have missed the latest news. So I'm just curious. It helps me verify that this is actually a valuable use of our time. In before no one says it, but we'll see. Normally there's always a few. We'll see. Is it like 4 people? 5 people? 6? Hell yeah, there you go. I saw this on vacation. Nice. So next up, look at this. Water turbine V2. Ooh. Hello, hello, hello. What have we here? I want to see more of this. First of all, yeah, again, this is Marek just thanking the community because there's been some great comments and all the dev diaries. There's always great comments on this. So we have some very chunky windows here. Wait, hold on. Oh yeah. So Marek also wants to expand on some things because the blog kind of focused on the single player kind of experience and have left a lot of questions open, so we'll get to those. So we have some windows, small variation here. You can see there's some differences here. Look at this. Nice, very nice. The story is, so this is kind of addressing some of the questions. The story is optional, sandbox is still king. The idea is not to force a story or campaign on players who just want to build, explore, or set their own goals. Like I said, it's more the question of how you exactly, you'll do this, right? So SE2 is sort of sandbox first game. The story is there if you want it. You can accept missions from the NPCs or the contract block, or simply play freeform sandbox. There it is. So, lovely concept art of the water turbine V2. There's been a lot of questions about water. What can you do with water? What is the point of water? What kind of gameplay can you have from water? And I really think this answers a lot of questions, to be honest. You will be able to harness water, and it will have a purpose. These are obviously lovely concept images by the very talented Mike Hamlet. If you look at this power generation, in the indicator up there, there's some very cool little things in here. I mean, it's very nice to see. Beautiful block, huge as well. Look at the size of it. What is that? It's like a, I think it's a 3x3. Surely it can't be a 5x. Yeah, it's a 3x3 block, I think. Just looks massive next to this guy here. Some of these missions are part of the colonization of Almagest and meta progression loop. This system unlocks new areas, resources, blocks, upgrades, and more. It's not mandatory, but it's key to grow your capabilities and unlock more of the world. Yeah, so there's some missions, like like we have in SE1. There's a different kind of progression, and I know a lot of people don't use that, but in this sense, this is like a meta progression loop. So, and that's the whole point. The colonization this is a big part of like the so you can reach that end goal, I guess, or carry on playing. Water pistol. Some separate from colonization, some missions push the story forward, including the cutscene narrative moments. The story layer is completely optional. If you ignore both the colonization and the story, you'll have a pure sandbox experience. You decide how deep you want to go. Colonization, the story, both or neither. That's pretty cool then. So it's like you decide. Play your. What isn't that like an old? Was that like an EA? Was that? I swear there was like a slogan that was like "Play your way" or something like that. I can't remember. So here's another little video here. This is a little scene showing behind the scenes of how our team is improving the terrain data here. So we have the before, we have the after, and just showing how everything becomes so much more detailed and realistic. So especially when you slap a texture on, slap the textures on this, and this is going to be a huge upgrade. Where I think you all know, like even the before is very nice. Like the before of this video is, I think, a step up from SE1, because I think SE1 planets, like this looks amazing. Like don't get me wrong, this looks so good. Because SE1, planets have been great. There's some really nice spots, but I think overall, I think quite often they can be quite smooth, can't they? So I think that's one of those things that you see the final result here, and there's just so much detail in the terrain. You have like these like little trickles of sand going down the rock faces there. It's yeah, very, very interesting. So this is another kind of behind the scenes look at the terrain. Colonization is coming. You can colonize the whole Almagest system, and that's the thing. There's going to be a colonization map, and that's going to be the big thing. You know, when I think of when you guys hear colonization map, what do you think of? I mean, maybe you think of like some strategy game, some kind of RTS or something. For some reason, in the space sense, my nostalgia is like Spore, Spore Galactic. Any Spore Galactic fans out there? What a game! It was a lot of fun, but it kind of became infamous for its DRM situation. But I remember when I was how old was I? I don't know how even old I was. I think I must have been a teenager. I remember playing Spore Galactic and trying to like conquer the whole freaking map. But Stellaris is probably I think more people would have something like Stellaris probably in their head, but yeah. Hold on. Let's see here. Spore was silly. Hey, Spore was great. Spore like, I don't know. Spore was amazing, to be honest. There were some great elements of Spore. I'm surprised it hasn't been remade, like Spore 2 or some kind of similar concept where you start. Yeah, the idea was, again, you started as like, like almost cells microbes or whatever, and it kind of goes through this whole like evolution process, and you know come out, and then it's nuts, to be honest, the whole concept. What is that right, Indrasil? Stellaris? Yeah, I think a lot of people say Stellaris, but some of a Spore fam out there, that's good. Yeah. Anyway, so what about multiplayer? It's a big freaking question. I have the question as myself. Like, everyone loves multiplayer, and I think most people want Planet Survival, but there are some players, I think, that want multiplayer first. Even like co-op, even a few more, so you can just, you know, mess around with some friends. So we have... The last one was on single player. This is our current thinking of multiplayer. Co-op story mode. Your friends join your world. You play as Miro Sokol, and they're your companions. Together, you experience your story. So that's the idea for like the co-op story mode. And then, of course, you have vanilla sandbox servers. On public or dedicated servers, the story is turned off. Nobody is Miro Sokol. Everyone starts freely, just like classic SE Sandbox. So I really think a lot of questions. This right here answers a lot of the stuff that you guys were asking about as we went through this. The design's work in progress, up to change, but your feedback is helping us shape in the right direction. So it's super important that you guys like leave comments on these blogs. You know, submit your feedback to the support site. Because the team I've been saying this, and I'll continue saying this, is that now is the best time to let your voice known. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many things still up in the air in terms of, well, a lot is planned, but there's some of the specifics, I guess, are still to be kind of decided upon. And your voice can play a huge part in, you know, maybe there's things like, oh, do this or this or this, I don't know. But suddenly the community is like, definitely this. It's like, okay, easy, done. You see what I mean? So it's, you guys are already doing it. It's already helping a lot, but just keep it up. Keep up the great work. It really makes a big difference for us. So another thing here, what do we have here? We've got underwater thruster, rim-driven propulsor. What could it all mean, guys, eh? So some more very exciting concepts. And, you know, there's been concepts from SE1. Some really beautiful concepts on SE1 that never made it into the game. So you're always going to take these with a grain of salt, but given where we're at in the development and everything, I think, you know, you can definitely get a little bit hyped about this. So this is huge as well. Look at the size of the engineer compared to, I guess it's another 3x3, isn't it? 3x3 rim-driven propulsor. Wow. And and what do we have here? Underwater thruster 250. Look at this. So we have some of the concepts here. This is some larger variants, but then we have this version here. This looks amazing. Look at this. So this, of course, is 2.5 meter. This is a 2.5 meter or 250 centimeter underwater thruster. Get hyped. It's okay. All right. And that was the end of this blog post. So I hope we have some time for showcase. It's always a problem when I'm behind on these. Right. We have two more to go. We're halfway through this here. Of course, I'll just kind of point out that there's been a lot of weekly updates for SE2. There's been tons of new blocks. There was a toilet. You know, there was a hydrogen effects engine. Lockers, that was what I was looking for, and storage. There's been all kinds of stuff, so that's kind of ongoing, and I know you guys are keeping an eye on this, but the stuff we're looking at right now, this is the bigger things happening in the long run. So we're up to July 31st. Look at this. Clouds are looking better and better. Space Engineers 2 through the clouds. I'm just drinking my tea while you guys react to this. How we feeling? Now, this obviously looks fantastic. It's not even comparable to SE1 clouds, to be honest. But the big thing as well with the clouds is that they actually cast shadow on the surface of the planet. So no longer will it just be sunny. Well, sunny or like sandstorm or whatever. But also, you know, it can be overcast. It can be a kind of a grey day out on the planet. It's not always, you know, bright blue skies. So we get it, you vape. So very, very nice. Our graphics team is testing the new Flora, and I have to say they're doing a fantastic job. I love how the planets are shaping up. It's starting to feel like a real living world. Man. When I see this, I'm getting like Crisis vibes for some reason, slightly. If there was a little bit of water in here. But this is huge. I mean, if you look, like we're seeing the planets at a scale in SE2 compared to SE1, but look at the planets up close in SE2 compared to SE1. Isn't it crazy? You got like, I mean, there's so many elements here. You obviously got palm trees, but we haven't got those. There's obviously different kind of flora here, but we've also got overhangs. This is a huge deal. Overhangs, unheard of in SE1, and it really changes the variation that you can find in terrain. So this is some nice testing here. Another little picture, more like a forest. Look at this, stranded. Find the entrance to the old hangar. Got a little tooltip up here, little leaks maybe. Any other leaks on here? Oh, we can see some. Yeah, I mean, I'm not leaking nothing, but look at this. We got iron, nickel, silicon. Ooh, interesting. So you can already see, if you look carefully in these images, you can see some of the other work in progress stuffs. Right. What else we got here? And we have a surprise for you that I think many of you will love. We announced this last week, actually. Space Engineers 2 will have colorful icons. I think they'll add a lot of clarity and fun to the UI, and I'm excited to hear what you think. Guys, let me know. 07, I love this change. This is the best thing since sliced bread. 06, bruh, bring back the blue. Bring back the unified blue icons. How are we feeling about this? I know there's been mods for SE1 and there was a mod for SE2 very quickly made, but this is official vanilla. Oh wait, give options. That's true. I think I asked this last week, Man Called Gold, but the thing is, I think when it came to like a maintenance point of view, I mean, I'm sure it's not that hard to have a blue version. You know, there's going to be a mod, isn't there, that makes all the icons blue. Make it happen, somebody. No, I think I want to ask Marek. I think the plan is, I think I said, will there be an option? I think the plan is, moving forward, things will be colored. So, yeah, tis but a filter. That's what. Yeah, I think it's easy to do. Maybe it can be an option. I don't know. Maybe if there's a big demand for it, we can do that. Those forests remind me of New Mexico. Nice. So most people 07 in. Stitzy said 06. Most people love it. That's great. See, that's what we're talking about, guys. A change that everyone loves. Oh, nearly everyone loves. So, this was last week. We had a lot of fun on the modding stream. I mean, you guys might have seen this. There we are. We were at the studio. We had Chenda, Marek, Sam, Aaron, and myself all on stream. It was a great time. And you can see, I don't know, it's interesting. This is, hold on a second. Wait a minute. Yeah, I think this is not complete. I think you can see the different sections here. We have, like, it's great the guys did this. We have modding history. Like, this is actually amazing. I didn't do this. I didn't notice the guys did this. You have all the different topics: modding history, potential of modding, new modders, future of modding, SE1, dev diary comments, merch. There's a big section here called Space Engineers Multiplayer, which is not accurate. I think the guys probably just got to this point so far, the cheese asteroid. But it's pretty cool for actually finding stuff. But yeah, we looked at some amazing mods. There was such a variety. There was a Stargate that the guys want to make functional. There was thruster mods. What else do we have? There was a meat mod. There it is. That was the end, right? So this was just, there was a cool statue as well. So yeah, we saw all kinds of stuff during this. If you missed it, I definitely recommend a watch. It was awesome. And we also had a poll about modding, just about how easy it is, like what you want to see more of and so on. So I'll link this in the chat. And definitely if you missed that one, we appreciate if you guys could fill it out. Now I'm going to link this one, but don't be confused because... Hold on. Don't be confused because in a second, I'm going to share a new poll just for today, all right? We have a special poll and it's you guys were the first ones replying to it. So I really need you to jump on that in a little bit here. John B, what up? So, final dev diary, and then we should still have a bit of time to... I'm now realizing that the title of the stream might be a little bit misleading, given how much time we spent on this. But it's mainly because we're like 4 weeks behind on this stuff, so forgive me. Okay, so let's blast through it. August 7th. This was yesterday, guys. You may have missed this one. Today's playtest was one of the most exciting recent weeks. A few breakthroughs and surprises I want to share. Safe zone working in the game. We now have the safe zone system running. Once enabled, nothing inside can take damage. Simple and effective. The safe zone is work in progress. Artists have to finalize the shader graphics, and it will come to play with future multiplayer releases. So we have a little look here at this one. Let's see what the guys are doing. Hey, Ghost Guns, what up? The guys that are setting a radius, they're creating it, and there we go. I think this shader's similar to SE. I think it looks a bit better than the one in SE1, like the kind of refracting effect, but it's similar, I think. So this will be changed. We can see that that's actually funny here. If you look at this, there's some nice things. I'm just pointing out to you guys. Look what you got in here. In the character gear section. What do you guys see? Interesting, eh? What could this be? This and this and this. Oh, and this. So yeah, like I say, this leak has more things than meets the eye. Oh, I might actually ask you guys, is this the first time you guys are sitting drilling? No. Surely not. Cable? Wait, was there a cable in there? No way, was there a cable? Let me see. I don't see a cable in there. You had me for a second. This is going to be your first life. This is going to be, you know, you guys are going to spend a lot of time with this drill soon. We can, almost read that out, John. Cool. So this is the guys just showing the features. I'm not going to play all of this, but basically showing there can be no damage inside of the safe zone. So it has some important roles later on. So camera glitch fixed again. A few weeks ago I noticed that, yeah, there was some glitch that Marit didn't like, and you guys might have experienced it too. So it was already solved, and it came back. So the guys fixed it. It was related to IK. So yeah, now it should be good. IK is disabled in first person mode, and it's good now. Yeah, creative. So this is also first time user experience. This was, you know, we talked about this a few weeks back. Gives you the basic objective: expand a cave, add a thruster to a ship, fly to a location, ram another ship, continue to a station, and so on. Many players may ignore or disable this. We might add the option. I find it surprisingly helpful. Before creative mode felt aimless. Should I build, destroy, explore? Now I need to wander, even like guidance in a sense of direction. That feels good. So then there's also survival modes. First time you experience. The work continues here too. Simplify the structure. Objectives now guide you where to go and roughly what to do. But how you get up there is up to you. In my playthrough, I repaired the ship in the cave, flew to the station, fixed connectors, and then took a flying ship to the orbital station. So the core loop is already works and is fun. So this is just some stuff here on the first time user experience. So I'm trying to run through this here, guys. And then we have Verdure, a planet visual update. Verdure got another upgrade and it looks 5 times better than before. The new terrain, terraces, voxel materials, boulders, overhangs, trees, and floras bring it to life. It's starting to feel like a real planet. Stunning work with the team. So there's a picture of Verdure here. So look, imagine trying to scale this, man. On foot at least, without jetpack. So here we got some more Verdure screenshots with the clouds. The clouds kind of in the valley here. Lower in the valley. A bit closer up at the mountain. We can now we can now quickly drag the toolbar items away in our internal build. A small change, but that one that makes testing and iteration so much user friendly. Sorry, I completely butchered that. So this is showing that just here on the toolbar, to clear it, you can just drag things off it like that. Small thing, but you know, every little helps. Water developments is speeding ahead. Here's a look at our tests of water. Hold on a second. Where is that? I don't see that video. Wait a second. Here's a look at our tests of water behavior on a sloped terrain. We're making steady incremental improvements, and it's exciting to see how the system is starting to interact more naturally with the environment. We have really beautiful and useful concept art, but we're always pushing for more and better. That means sometimes we have to go back to the drawing board with certain blocks and characters, refine them until they truly match our vision. So I don't know where the video is. I'll try and refresh in a second. Maybe it's not there. It's there somewhere. But now we come back to the concept art. We've got 50 centimeter underwater thrusters. Look at this. We saw the 250 centimeter in the last blog post. So this is really small actually. Oh, this is like, well, it's like small grid. This is the same as a small grid thruster right now. So there's a little look at that. You got a bit of a kind of guard on that to not cut your hands. And also, you're looking at a character here as well. And I always ask this, how do you guys feel about this character? We've seen a couple of characters over the weeks, but how are you feeling about this one? Would you guys rock this character suit instead if you could choose it right now? It looks sick. You can see down here in the bottom right, there's a tag here that says NPC. So there's a little clue, potentially. League of Engineers NPC. Flying fish, when it comes to planet size, I would just wait and see, because obviously there's planets that we have right now, and there's planets that we're using for testing, and then there's planets that will come on release in the future. So I guess I would kind of take anything you see with a grain of salt for now, but I can't kind of confirm or deny right now. So yeah, very nice. In the development process, we run into plenty of bugs every day, and they get fixed long before the player ever sees, but every now and again, one comes along that's just too funny not to share. So, I mean, it is what it is. Holy moly. That is total recall mode confirmed. Oh man, I know. Yes. So you guys don't even see this. This is stuff that never sees a light of day on the release builds. And that was the end. What a beautiful end to the blog post. So, on that note, we are finished with the blog posts. And the last thing that I'll ask you guys to do today is I have a poll for you. I'm going to open this up right now. Hold on, where'd it go? Oh, this is the edit mode. Give me a second. I've got to fix this. It's still like an edit mode. I need to share with you guys the one that's not published. Published. Copy responder link. That's what I want, right? Shorten URL. This is what I want here. I don't know if I paste this into my browser. Alrighty. This is a poll on keybinds in Space Engineers 2. So, check it out. That's right. I need all you guys to get involved in this, because I know there is some hot opinions about keybinds in SE2. I'm going to pull this up on screen as well for a second, so I can just show you what we're looking at. Oh, I don't want to log in. Really? Log in? Oh, hold on a second. Maybe that's... Access denied. Give me a sec. I will fix that. That's embarrassing. Wait a minute. Hey, I don't want to log in. Stop that. Okay. Okay, looks good. Published. It says published. Oh, responders, specific people. Responder view. Anyone with a link. Okay, guys. Can you access it now? Well, I can I can check too. Hold on. Everyone click that link again. You must be logged in. Was the last poll require you to log in as well? Hold on, let me check, because I'm trying to remember. I can't remember now if we had to log in. I just want to make sure, because maybe it's some verification things so we don't get like... Okay, so I think the last poll was also log in as well, I think. So I guess we'll keep it like that. I mean, it's not bad. I don't think it's to collect emails. I think it's really just to verify the number of... yeah, it says your identity will remain anonymous. Okay, fine. Okay. Oh, I must log in. I can't show it then. Because this account is not... Wait a second. I should be logged in somewhere. What? Ugh, it won't let me log in. It won't work on this browser that I have open. But I see 9 responses already. So I'm going to keep spamming the link. And this is for keybinds. This is for keybinds in SE2. And I honestly think it's a hot thing here. So the first, I'll read it out to you. The first question is, why do you want keybinds? I mean, I think it's the main reason. I'm a left-handed mouse player. Accessibility and comfort. I just want to customize. I want to use legacy SE controls. It's fine. I do not need to rebind default SE2 keys. Is the lack of keybinds preventing you from playing the game? 5 being like completely, like I cannot play this game until the keybinds are in. 1 being like, nah, like I'm good, don't need them. And then finally, not finally, there's if you have any specific keybind setups or changes you'd like to see, it's just an optional thing, I think. And then finally, do you find it easy to use the current controls and keybinds in SE2? I should specify, I don't get mixed up here, guys. And that's again, like 10 being super easy to use the SE2 layout and 1 really hard. So I'm really, really, really curious. We have 32 responses already. I'm impressed, guys. I'm going to go through this here. I'm not going to read it out on stream, the results, just so we don't swing the, sometimes you can affect people's decisions. But in the meantime, I am actually going to load up the game. Incredible. You never think it would. You never thought it was going to happen, but I'm doing it. I'm making the commitment, and we're going to go look at some of the builds. Right. Let's see if anyone's on the server already. 37, 38 responses. Interesting. Not a lot of left-handed... Well, what was that? That was a weird glitch. Showcase. This one, I think, is this one. I'm loading it. I'm loading in. And you guys can share this poll everywhere. Your friends, in your Discord server, on the Discord server, on the Reddit, wherever you guys feel it's appropriate. Share this around. Because, of course, we have the comments, we have the support site. But this is a really good way of focusing the questions, the feedback on one topic. I'm not going to say it will happen every week, but I think there's a good chance that we will have a poll for you every week or so we can get feedback on SE2 as it is right now. And on that note, I am going to stop talking about SE2 because it's time for SE1. And the last thing I'll do before I look at the builds here, it looks like we have a mighty collection, so much so that my performance is having a great time. I've had to turn off building already because there's so many people already got on the server and pasted stuff in. But the main thing is that the next update for SE1 is very much cooking. Good stuff is coming. You've probably seen the teasers. You've probably seen the atmosphere, the kind of environmental effects. You've seen the food, and there's obviously more to come. It's very, very exciting indeed. And I hope you guys have seen some of those teasers. So I always have to remind this, like SE1 has some good stuff ahead of it. That's for sure. Might want to start with the biggest offender. Yeah, which is the biggest offender when it comes to... I mean, no offense. But in terms of sim speed, I mean, they're all pretty big ships. It's very hard to tell, to be honest. I'll just go from right to left here. So, 50 responses already, guys. Thank you so much. So first up, we have the GSC Solvantis class LR Explorer ship by Spaceman 2200, made for Zocli Stream, build prompt... Wait, what? Oh. Build prompt as Star Trek builds. Oh, I think this may have been a past one? I don't know. Now, let me see if I can delete this. Oh, I can't build, so I can't delete this. I'll turn on building very quickly so I can delete this sign. So we get the proper visuals of this ship. That didn't actually work. That didn't actually work. Hold on a second. What? Oh, we're in a safe zone. Oh, I can just turn on admin mode. Let's see if that's working now. Should be able to ignore all the stuff and do it anyway. Oh, there we go. Great. So here it is, the GSC. He works at Keen. Hey, I don't. I've never played this game. SE Solvantis. Incredible. It's a nice shot of it there. So I think... Now, I'm not the biggest Trekkie. So I'm going to have to ask. Spaceman. Is this... Now, I am sure it has inspiration from a couple of different classes, but is this an original build? Or is this a replica? Because, I mean, yes, obviously it's very Star Trek-y, but it's not one of the ships that I most recognize, I guess. That's why I'm just curious if it's kind of like a custom deal cooking up here. Looks like an NX class or Centaur. It's beautiful. Look at this from this angle. So nice. Great work, Spaceman. Okay, so you took inspiration from Star Trek, but you built my own build. So that's what I might have... Okay, so it's not a specific class recreation. So the hangar doors here. We've got the shuttle here. Very, very nice shuttle as well. Look at this. Wow. Performance is better inside. You can come aboard the shuttle. Wow. Love the effort put into these screens. This is fantastic. Every single screen has a custom LCD on it. Starfleet Command. Alright. The seats as well. I like that color red. That's nice. Very nicely done. The shuttle is top notch. It is. The shuttle is really good. It's just a bonus inside here, but man, this is sick. Super cool. Okay. The shuttle. Let's see if there's any interior here. I'll let you know. I'll let you guys go because I can't speak to that at all. I'll let you guys know because right now the server is the building's turned off. I think I might only have enough time to go through all the builds that are already in. So we'll see if I have any more time. But the server's called like Het Server Showcase Reload or something like that. So you're welcome to join if you want to just like fly around and just vibe inside, you know. Side airlock. We've got a bit of interior here. Cool. Where's the bridge at then? Astrometrics. All right. Oh, there we go. Pretty interesting. It's very sterile and clean and minimalistic in here. Crew quarters. I might try to avoid doing too much interior showcase of each build just because try and get through some of these, I think. But very, very nice work, Spaceman. Spaceman's actually playing with me in survival at the moment. They're assisting with the... I'll go upstairs maybe. Probably upstairs. Let's follow upstairs. They're doing a great job in survival. Rear airlock. We got captain's quarters. Cap ready room. Ooh, nice. Okay. Take this one for a spin. Venting the ship. I know, I'm the worst. Oh, what's that on the side? Is that the... Oh, there's another little kind of snubcraft on the side there. And a rover. There's actually a rover downstairs. That's funny, that. So I see what you mean then. Like it doesn't exactly copy any one ship. It's obviously got a lot of the design elements from a Star Trek build, but yeah, like at the front, instead of, you know, instead you've actually got there we go, look. Rover can drive out the front. So yeah, it's a bit different. I see that now. Very nice. I will delete these builds as I look at them, just as we can try and improve performance here. But nice work, Spaceman. Nice work indeed. I wonder which of these builds is causing the worst performance, if that makes sense. It might not be. It might just... Oh, we got a Star Trek to finish, it looks like. So we'll work our way down. I've got to try and get through these here. So next up, we have not the Raven class dropship. We have the Mirai. The Mirai class carrier. This one has been built by... I'll turn that down. Lieps. Incredible. So we have the Mirai class carrier. Very nice looking Lieps. I can see on the front you've kind of got that top deck for different fighters. If you come around to the side, very clean. Love the little red lights you have down the length of the hull. Just the corner lights, just kind of decorating that. Got some artillery cannons there. Where's the music gone? Oh. Wait. Is this from the game? Oh, it's from the stream. I just thought that there was someone playing it. That's fine. I thought I had music playing over music. Hey, Blazing Dust, what's up? Got some beauty shots here of the Mirai class. Hey, what up, Flying Stars? I just suddenly clicked Flying Stars, the name. Keep up the great work. It's a beauty. Look at this. Wow. The overall shape is very nice. We got these all hydro with kind of blue highlighting here. Amazing. Salutations. Lus. And I feel like I'm going to have to have a little look inside as well. Oh, nice bridge. Got like a little radar up here as well. That's a nice touch. Let me switch to spectator to do a bit quicker interior tour. We've got custom ball turrets down the side as well. I missed. Kind of come to the bridge here. Very nice. Different consoles. We got. You see, there's an alarm there for red alerts. Yeah, sorry about that flying stuff. It's only because of performance. As you see, like, it's these spontaneous showcases are always very difficult because there's always so many people who want to showcase. So it's always first come first. I mean, what I'll say is on my own streams, we do showcases that we in like, you know, where we kind of have a submissions, I guess. But the thing with is what's challenging about when you're doing the official streams is that there's just infinite people who are on the stream. So if we had some kind of pros, I mean, we could do a submission thing and then, you know, go through them or something. But there's no way to have a queue, because if we had a queue, it would literally be never ending. So it's definitely not the best way of doing it, but it's just kind of, I don't want to say lottery. It's not even that, but I really wish there was infinite time to to look at everyone's builds. It's just it's always a challenge. Wow. Oh, wow. So now we fly into that hangar. It's even cooler on the inside. Look at these, like, these side doors here. Wow. This is really nice. The different landing pads all marked up here. I can imagine the people running around here, work happening. Got like a little drop ship here, I think, or a little shuttlecraft. That's just a really cool view overall. It's all in the belly of the ship, and then you come this way, come up, fly out of here, then you have the top deck launching, firing out. So it's a pretty, as a carrier goes, you can see it's also got decent fighting potential. Like we got railguns up front, we got all these weapons. So while it's called a carrier, I feel like it can definitely operate as a kind of multi-purpose vessel here. Seems like even without its kind of fighters, it could do a pretty good job at taking on threats. Right. So there's a door here. Oh, this is a very indeed. I'll have to do just some speed running of the interior here. I can see this would deserve a full length showcase. This goes up to the bridge, doesn't it? That's the bridge. Yeah, very nice. Going back here. If I come in, we've got gyro room. Great work on the lighting, Lieps. This is all Very nice lighting work. No doubt about it. I mean, this is a... I mean, reactor, jump drive room. Nicely done, nicely done. The maintenance corridors and walkways here. All very sci-fi. The lighting, if that makes sense. I mean, by default. Oh, here we go. This is like the CIC here. So you've got the main cockpit, deep, protected. You can fly from here. We've got the radar script on there as well. We've got ventilation. Fantastic. And this hangar's great. Like, I'm a sucker when a ship has like a hangar like this interior. Oh, this is like is this it's a repair station, but I'm wondering if it was, I thought it might be like a welder wall or something, like an actual ship production facility inside the ship. But I think it might be just for repairing. But still. Yeah, I thought it might be a printer, but I don't see any other pieces that would be print. Well, unless you were like pulling it out using a smaller grid, maybe. Cool. Very cool. Good stuff, Lieps. I know it was a speedrun, but great work. Great work. Oh, right ship. Next up. Performance getting better yet? Yeah, I said I think it is. Or is it? So we'll look at these ships here. Now, I know who's one of them is by, I think. So this first ship, let's have a look. We've got the Phoenix Knight. And I think this one's Alzumi, right? Yeah, so we have two of these ships. Now, I'm sure most of you guys recognize these ships. I think they're the same. And I think basically what's happened here is they've been reimagined by Alzumi and Phoenix Knight. Now, there was... I don't know how many of you guys remember the original one, but... Overall, I think Alzumi's looks more like the original in terms of shape, whereas Phoenix has definitely expanded upon it, made it a larger build, but it looks awesome. It looks with these little wingtips at the end. That was great. See Phoenix Knight inside. We'll have a little look how they have built upon. Wow, that's pretty cool. How they built upon the original design here. So we'll start with Phoenix Knight. I don't remember exactly what the old one had in terms of laser antenna and stuff like that. But it still has the same entrance. Look at the rear. Come on inside. Straight up the ramp, just like before. And the interior. Interesting. Oh, okay. So you can come up here and take a right. You've got a weapons rack. You've got kind of like a survival kit. This makes sense of this build. You can respawn here. You can suit up, grab your weapons, and then it's obviously got a small grid built into it here. This is small grid shenanigans. Ooh, hold up. Wait a second. That's why. So if we come through this corridor, we take a left or a right, and we have a small grid seating inside of the large grid. So double-sided, 2 rows of seating. That's pretty cool. Wow. And then moving forward through the circular passageway, we come to the cockpit here. Very panoramic. So big changes there from Phoenix Knight. But yeah, it's a really cool looking build. It's definitely... Other than if it wasn't for the cockpit and these side stairs, I might actually think it was a completely original build, if that makes sense. Finally, next up we have Alzumi's version of that same ship. Does this have a rocket at the front? Oh, this one skipped the rocket at the front. So the rocket at the front, got the bay windows here in use again. More compact. Got pipes, got some more detailing, got warfare reactors, got more tanks, H2 tanks here on the back. Some nice additions from the last couple of years. How you doing, Nerd Orbit? Come down to the bottom, got an entrance here, we can walk in and up, just like the old days. Got cryopods left and right. So this is, yeah, a completely different layout. I mean, it's much smaller, but basically it's transporting engineers in cryopods, and that's the whole kind of interior of this, plus the cockpit at the front. So it is, yeah, but if you're seeing these ships, I say these are the original, these are, is it called the pirate ship? This first appeared during the overhaul of visuals and wheels and sound, I think. There was that video with the Octodock where the red faction attacks the Octodock, the blues flee to the moon, they rebuild the Cerberus, and then fly back towards the moon. That's like the story, if you guys remember that. OGs remember. So that's where it first appeared, and the guys here have had a crack at it. So, all right. So deleting these, performance is getting great now. Oh, we've still got quite a lot to get through here. I still think this is gonna be more than enough tonight, guys. We're at an hour and a half stream time, and probably this another 30 minutes. So I think this will probably take us to the end. Just check on this here. All right. My favorite 2 trailers. That was my pride and joy. Phoenix Knight. Next up, we have from Alzumi. I don't even know the name of it. Is this by you? The Grebmax Telis civilian craft. Now, I've never seen this before. I saw the other one recently, actually, but completely different design from Alzumi. Kind of more rustic. Well, it's rusty as well. Industrial looking is, I think, what I meant to say. On the bottom. Okay, so it's got a landing gear on the bottom. I might have to switch to spectator here to get the lighting. See what's going on underneath. So it looks like you fly it from below. It's got either landing gear or what, or kind of a mag plate. Sorry, landing gear or something just kind of like to pick stuff up, like tow stuff. I think landing gear. I think really big, chunky. It's got kind of 3 of those. The 2 at the back, 1 at the front. But this is, I'm actually kind of in shock here. This is a different, totally different style from ours. I don't know what is going on here. Interesting. So you've got the corner beam blocks to create these round shapes. That's very unusual. I can see more people using that now. Got the navigation line to the front. Interesting. You gotta love it though. You gotta love the different vibes, the different stories that would be associated with these ships, if that makes sense. Like, aesthetically is completely different. So we can come here to the bridge. You would fly like this. I'm so confused where the music's coming from, because I hear music. Oh, it is in the game. It's because people are playing the jukebox. Okay, we got some anime watching. That's okay. Go through here. We've got little crew quarters here. Everyone loves the glass doors. I swear you guys use these everywhere now. Look at this. Like, what percentage are you using these glass doors for their interiors now? I swear I see them, like if it's not something that's really rugged, just for like kind of crew quarters, I feel like it's the go-to door now. So it's a compact build. Is that a bunk? It looks like a bunk there. I don't think it is. I think it's actually a server, but it looks like you would lie on that. I think that's all the interior. You've got an airlock. You've got a kitchen. Well, that's the bunk, yeah. And then you've got a bathroom, and that's how you fly it. The rest of this ship, you can look into here. The rest of this ship is actually for its purpose. Wow. You should paste this in another stream as well. On one of my other, I'll zoom in maybe on the weekends. I can have a close look at this one, but it's really nice, man. It's nice to see a different style. Just needs a middle version, like the Frost. Oh, that's true. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Very cool. So next up, we have another build from Alzumi. But this is from the Hot Boys. This is actually a ship from our survival server. I know that. It's a beauty. It was, well, it was designed and creative for a survival server, but it was also built. It's being built in the survival server, printed. And I think this is absolutely fantastic. It's one of those builds that's like near future-ish, right? You've got like the shape, you've kind of got the big solar panels, you've got the ring. What are the vibes you guys getting from this ship? $2077 Avatar. I wanted to say Avatar. It did cross my mind. The Avatar one has this long, thin thing, and then the solar. But it does slightly have, yeah, for sure. Interstellar travel, interstellar vessel, right? Generic colony ship. Yeah, I mean that's the word for it. This would be a colony ship, wouldn't it? Transporting humans to the new world, something like that. It's got some pretty cool features though. I don't think it's here today, but you can, like these merge blocks, it has like these cargo panels that can stick to the side and be deposited and stuff. So if you look at the front there, it can be a little bit thicker at the front sometimes. I love the song. Very modular. It is indeed, Eric. Yeah. Add-on ports. Look at that. This section here is my favorite though. In the front, like this bit right here. The rear with the kind of thrusters slightly forward rather than kind of the very, very back. And then the ring. It's so cool. It does have an interior as well. It's obviously got cargo, production, refining, all that good stuff. If I fly through here somewhere, it does have an interior. It was built for survival. So you've got a crew quarters here. All very nice. Yeah. Small crew quarters. But still. Kitchen. Oh, I like this room down at the back here. This is the cryo room. And if I bring my player here, this is a nice little touch. You jump in, goes red. How cool is that? I think that's sick. I can't do it. I can't get in and out of it, but you see the point. So imagine like a survival server, and you have the whole squad in cryo sleep. I can't believe we have these blocks. I mean, like if you showed me these blocks a couple years ago, I would have been like, a mod 100%. I don't know if a mod could have achieved, it could have achieved the model and everything, but I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, modders, I don't think a mod, until this point at least, would have been able to have the bubble effect. I don't know though. Looks kind of dead. Set color MVP. Yeah, big shout out to set color for sure. Cool. Just sleeping. Danger. Yeah, so I've seen this build before. I like it's very, very nice though. Especially when you know this is on a this is not just good looks. You know this is on a survival server somewhere, right? All right. I will have to move on, but there we go. Does this have a name? Oh, this is called the Coral Bloom. The Coral Bloom by Alzumi and crew. There it is. Right. Let's take a break from the large ships for a second and come down and have a look at some of these smaller ships here. So we have here, let's have a look. Oh, hello. We have... by iteration, the M270 Zeta assault tank. It looks like a hover tank. I just saw it like lift up here. Double barrel. And I have to admit, iteration, this is pretty sick. Wow. Holy moly. I mean, it didn't really matter if this was on tracks, if this was on wheels, like it would look cool. But instead, it's actually got some kind of weird hybrid, like these little like winglets, I guess, that it looks like it's got VTOL or hover thrust somewhere under here. Because the way the wheels are positioned, it can kind of also act as like a skimmer. That makes sense. You can actually just stay on the ground and just slide across the surface here. But I love the... I mean, for me, the turret... I don't know. But the turret is definitely up there in terms of visuals. Great work. Great work. Iteration. Oh, no thrust? Only skimmer? What do you mean? What do you say only skimmer? It's got thrust on it, though. That's what I'm asking. Just checking. Zaki Gomes, big bro. Thrust capability. This looks so cool. Is that a truss block? Is that a truss block with the weapon behind? Oh, damn, I just got shot. It was a truss block, but it worked. Oh, yeah, no upwards thrust. Maybe. Amazing. Got rockets as well. It's got kind of little ankle cannons. You can climb up the side at the back of it. These antennas look cool as well. I mean, I know this has been happening for a while. Oh, what's happening? This has been happening for a while. I'm completely lost. But this style of antennas has been around, but it looks so good. It's literally just using the neon blocks, but yeah, cool little trick there for some kind of glowing antenna stick things. Very sci-fi. All right, next up, what we got? By Alzumi. A lot of Alzumi tonight. It's got it snuck in. We have a tank from Alzumi. Look at this. Also, just like iteration, menacing. I hate to put it to a contest, but which style do you guys prefer? Iteration or Alzumi? So look at Alzumi here. For me, I'm in the middle. But look at the recoil system that Alzumi's got going on here when I'm not being shot. Ooh. Okay, hold on a second, guys. Hold on a second. Let me finish looking at it. Come into the light, Alzumi, if you can. Let me turn off shooting so you guys can focus here on the showcase. Boom. So I wanted to show the rest of Alzumi's, and it's got this amazing recoil system that when it fires, well, it won't work now, I have to turn it back on. When it fires, wait for Alzumi to do it, you'll see that barrel actually have the recoil there. Boom. Pretty cool. Just like any Alzumi builds, a lot of detail on the side. Got some little kind of cargo racks there. There's like some wood in there, some spare... I don't even know what's going on. Spare parts. We've got rocket pods on the side. Again, they're kind of hiding the real rocket pods, but they look cool. It looks like it fires these yellow kind of missiles here. Got a radar, got a little mini assault cannon on top. More of those that kind of like those light tricks. Almost looks like a CNC mammoth tank. I can see the resemblance. I can see that. Not quite a track system. It's got like 4 different wheel things. But I think it's very, 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 very cool. There we go. It feels alive, this tank, if that makes sense. The sparks as well. Something special right there. Some of the later ones had split tracks. Well, I mean, there's got to be some inspiration from somewhere. Like, I feel like maybe this just came from Alzumi's mind, but when you're watching sci-fi, whatever it is, playing a game, like, I think you have inspiration in your mind without even realizing it sometimes. So I have no doubt. So I'm going to delete these just so I know what I've looked at. But great stuff. Alzumi was having so much fun. And then we've got a few more vehicles here, guys, because I am going over time here. I will be. We've got the ACW A1 Revian MBT by Lieps. In compared to the last two, this is a more compact tank. It's got the wheels kind of like an APC with a big old turret on top. But also very, it's not stealthy looking, but kind of that grey paint job there. Does look like it's quite futuristic, well specced out. Nice. The underglow is very cool as well. Near the wheels, the kind of blue underglow. You've got the ventilation at the back for the engine. Lieps is in the showcase position right now. Oh, the Halo Scorpion as well. That was a fair assessment for the last one as well, wasn't it? Yeah, I see that. So, very nice, Lieps. Got some mass blocks, of course, to keep it down for the day. The dark there, that's the kind of underglow lighting. Now imagine SE2, guys. I want you to think about SE2. Ground vehicles and SE2, let's go. All right, so what is my... I'm trying to figure out where my mouse keeps glitching out here. I keep like sunnily spinning around. Must be a hair or something, I don't know. Strange. So down here, possibly the last how many wheels we got? We got one. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 builds. Man, you guys are cooking today. We've got a final build from Alzumi. I think this is Alzumi. And this is... What do you guys think about this one? This is like the Blue Rover reimagined. Also can recognize the shape, the wheels, that kind of back section, how it kind of has the wheel arches. Using the new flush cockpit this time. German GTK Boxer. The last one, you mean? The tank. Open the back up. Access the... I like that. The hidden access there. That's a great touch, isn't it? Like the connector doors at the back. That's all it functions as. I always was a big fan of the Blue Rover. And I think this is a pretty worthy recreation of it, to be honest. Considering that Rover came out 5, 6, 7 years ago. All the blocks that we have now, I think this is really utilizing that. Great. Okay, so the last ground vehicle here we have... Is this Alzumi again? Alzumi! Alzumi, we will need to restrict the pasting. I think I always said you have 2 builds max. There's nothing against the build, it's just, you know, so we can get some more, you know, users builds in here. But I will look at it. Let's have a look. So what is this one? I forgot the name of it. I don't see it here. It's got those added space balls for now. New lights on the front. Got the bridge. Got the spotlights up top. And when you look at it like this, the scales, I guess the scale's not that thrown off, but yeah, it's when you see the little engineer in the bottom right corner, you really get a feel for how big this is. And oh, there we go, that's another good shot. And the smaller Rover. Does Alzumi even sleep? It's a good question. So We got some weapons on here. Big old wheels. Refinery. Of course, an interior we're going to have a look at in a second. I see a fish tank in there. Go around to the back. Love the lights. There's a really, really cool lights. Huge lights using the neon armor skin to achieve that effect. And there's a big thruster as well. It's going to have a pretty cool effect. Just not obviously not firing up in space, but that little effect there, it's pretty cool. Now we've got a rear landing pad. Antenna up top. Artillery cannon. We land on the landing pad here. We can switch the lock, collect all, eject all. Some nice. That's a neat little trick. And also having the new decorative floor blocks to mark that. I'll also say this again. It's amazing how many blocks we have in this game. I definitely can see why when you're switching to SE2, even though there's a lot of benefits, it can be hard to lose access to all these blocks that are clearly loved and well used by players. So let's have a quick look inside. Okay, this is a way in, I think. Oh, it's an airlock, is it? Oh, someone's just a spaceman. He's just chilling in here in one of the rooms. Got the fish tank there. Oh, that's pretty cool. Basically put the bookshelf and like the storage here, but in front of the fish tank. That's a pretty neat trick. Still looks great. Is this a crew quarters then? Yeah, looks like it. We got bed, we got bunks here, toilet, shower, and all that good stuff. We can recharge here. Nicely laid out. We've got a little reminder of the stuff inside the build. And of course the bridge. Let's come back. I'll come back to this. The cargo. I love this block. There's so many great blocks. It's unbelievable. Like rather than having a cargo container there just to access the cargo, you have this and the conveyor system will pull the stuff to this little door for you to pull out. So cool. So cool. We truly are spoiled, guys, these days for blocks. I say that as a player. And the cryos perfectly placed inside this kind of medical room. It's pretty smart as well the way you've built this into the kind of shape of the room here. The desk. I know. Well, I'll be enforcing more strictly the limit of builds, and if I get to more than 2 builds from players, I'll have to yeet them. I think it's only fair. I get it if you have. I mean, it's normally like 2 builds or like 1 massive build. If you have a big ship, it should only be 1 of them. If you have like a bunch of like little rovers, it's fine to kind of go through them here. But you got to think of your fellow engineer guys, because everybody wants to showcase. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people do. So, right. Yes, very, very cool then. Ship here, rover from Alzumi. It does look good. And yeah, it's another one of these ones. I got to see it in action first, to be honest. Got to see it in action, rolling across the surface of Mars. Right. So, final ships. We've just got 1, 2, 3, 6 ships to look at here. We'll start on this side. First up, from... I don't know who this is. Let me double check. I see a bunch of people on board. From Lieps. The Ignis Spey class battleship. With that grey and red color scheme going on here. Pretty menacing. Got the well-armored camera. Look at that. That's well protected. That's not getting knocked out anytime soon. Railguns sat either side. Custom turrets down the top deck here. Custom artillery. Got triple customs on the front. Standard AI artillery on the sides. Custom bull turrets as well. I Out of interest, guys, are these more effective? How often do you find... I get it when you have custom railgun turrets and custom... But turrets like this, do you find them to be as or more effective than the vanilla... I mean, I guess the vanilla Gatlings, I guess. And this is assault... Yeah, I'm just curious. Oh, we also have custom turrets on the side. Come around at the back. There's the thrust section. It's always cool to go down the line here and have a look at the different... Such different layouts here, right? All of these ships, totally different. It's made to have a 1x1 turret. Roger, Dodger, that makes sense. Oh, that's true. You don't have the hitbox, do you? That makes sense, yeah. Aha. Yes, it's a 1x1 turret as opposed to the smallest vanilla being 3x3. That's total. That makes the most sense, in fact. So if we come aboard the battleship here, the side door, let's have a little peek in the interior. Okay, we got a hangar in here. Nice. I like that kind of diamond-shaped entrance, or no, hexagonal. No, octagon-shaped entrance. Sorry. So here's the interior. What's these side doors? Okay, so we've got crew quarters either side. Now to the front. Storage. Important stuff. All the rail guns. Back of the rail guns here. Maintain those. Repair them if needed. So this is... It's like the weapons area here. Wow. Feels like a submarine. These also crew quarters. Yeah, more crew quarters. Showers. Going up here. Go to the bridge here as well. Here's the bridge. Top deck. Looking down the hall. And there's the rear turret as well. Oh, what's this room? This is pretty sick. Aha. So it's funny. 1 minute. I feel like I'm having deja vu. It's probably because the other Liep ship we looked at, I think had a... Was it Liep's ship? Had a similar CIC. This is like multi-layered here. You can come downstairs. You've got like the servers and stuff down here. The turret controls. A lot of detail, a lot of vibe. A lot of vibe in this with all the colors. Here's the blue. Reactors, jump drives, engines. Nice. Transparent LCDs. You can access this. It's a military vessel. No doubt about it. No doubt about it, for sure. So, this is the walkway over the hangar. Very nice. And this is the front again. Okay, so yeah, it's good stuff. I know as a speedrun I might have missed stuff, but I will have to push on here. But good work, Lieps. I really like some of those interior rooms. That was very nice. So, moving on. Now, the next, we've got 5 builds left. The next 3 builds, I would definitely take a shot. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. I would definitely assume here that these are all made by the same person. FPR. So, who is this mysterious FPR? Let's have a little look. Iteration. Iteration's back with the collection here. So we'll start with the smallest and go to the biggest. So first up we have the Aspis class Corvette. Corvette first up. Gonna be the quickest, I imagine. Pretty compact. We've got some all custom turrets, but I like the look of these. That's nice. Very nice custom turrets. Gives some options for painting, doesn't it? You can paint the turrets to match the style of the ship, which is something you can't do with the vanilla turrets, other than just the main color. So that's pretty nice. 2 tones. So mainly just that weaponry. Let me come around to the back. One big old thruster, kind of T shape here. Got a tank on the side. Let's check out the interior. Come inside the. Oh, hello. There. Oh, hello. There we go. So you fly it from here, and I imagine that's most of the interior. You fly it here. You look that way, and I think that's actually it. That's probably all the interior this Corvette has. But that's all you need when you're just out there hunting. So there we go. Next up, we've got the Rubicon class frigate. So you've got Corvette. Now we have the Rubicon class frigate. Obviously, we're up in the ante in terms of weaponry. Weaponry here. We've got a... Do we have a railgun? Yeah. Oh, we have a... Oh, even interesting. We have a small grid 6-barrel railgun at the top here, as opposed to a single large grid. I don't know how the damage compares of 6 smaller ones, but interesting to see. All of these kind of have this kind of ramming tongs. I'm not sure if they are ramming tongs, but it kind of looks like it. Come down here, the same small turret we saw on the last one. Got a couple of the vanilla turrets too. Some greebling, some greeble pipe work. The back, don't mind that. Camera skills. And then here's the thruster section here. Different thruster layouts to the last one. Jump drive at the back. Moving up top. Still no oh, is this a bridge? I guess this is actually. And then this one has a bigger cannon up top. This is a beautiful cannon. Look at this. Great turret. Do the pans here. Yep, that's a shot. That's a shot right there. I still imagine the interior is minimal in this to save space for, you know, battle stuff. But we can have a little look here. I'm flying through. I'm not seeing any interior. Oh, that was that interior? No, that's a tank. Okay, interior. No, just tanks. No, no interior. Oh, here we go. So the interior is here. What have we got in here then? So this one you actually can potentially live on. You got a med bay. You've got the kind of this is like obviously the main control point here. You sit in here, you control it. The server rack. If you walk through here, you can respawn. Anything else in here? Oh, here we go. Got a crew quarters. A couple of bunks, a desk. Tactical. I'm going to call that a tactical table. Shower as well. And out the back here, this is the reactor jump drive, just access. And how do you get in then? Oh, here's a ladder. Here you come up here. And then when you come up here, there's more interior. And by coming to here, you can get into the ship. This is the airlock. I honestly think this door was super hyped. Sliding door was amazing. But the circular sliding door, chef's kiss. This is so good. I love this one. It's super, super, super satisfying. Honestly. And then this is the kind of the upper bridge where we can fly from up here as well, but a little bit more exposed. It's still kind of armored. Like it's sat down below, and you have to get hit like right here to get taken out, as opposed to it's not like forward facing. So you could be shooting this at the front and not getting that kind of upper bridge there. So that's pretty neat. I'm just going to delete these as well. And then finally, we've had the Corvette, the frigate, the Corvette, the frigate, and now we have the Damocles class destroyer. Wow. So, even more. Getting bigger here. Coming to the front. What do we got? What is this? Interesting colors here. Well, this reminds me. Is this? I want to say not. Is it Homeworld? This color scheme, guys. What sci-fi thing, universe are you getting the vibes from? It's something about the ship. But then there's a thing at the front. I want to say Homeworld, but correct me if I'm wrong there. Is that not how it's pronounced? Is it not Damocles? Damocles. I swear it was Damocles. So here we have 12-barrel railgun launcher, and it looks like they're set to be staggered fire, like rather than a single shot there. Helldivers. Is it Helldivers vibe? I do like the asymmetry at the front. Here we go. Let's see if we can see these railguns fire off here together. Oh, there we go. Look, that boom, boom, boom. Beautiful. That's really nice. Staggered fire out the front. Fantastic. The camera's kind of exposed compared to some of the other builds we saw, but that's okay. Up top, the same one of those turrets we saw on the last build, but this one also has more. This one has 2 on the sides, one on the top, one on the bottom, as well as standard artillery weaponry. It's definitely the pride of the fleet right here. More storage tanks. More thrust. Prototech thruster at the back. But I imagine, once again, the interior to be minimal. It looks so good. They've seen those things. Oh, and you guys notice how these are mapped? So watch them control the turrets here. What is that script, guys? Remind me. What's the name of that script? We'll follow it here. See it go out of the zone. Where you can, like, have the turrets, like, linked somehow. You have it. I always remember when I was playing Dreadnought. Are they linked? I think they're linked. Of course, it doesn't always work if the ship's flying over there and the turret's on the other side. But for the ones that they can reach, like if, let me see here. That's pretty cool. If that is working the way I think it is working. That's awesome. Whips designator script. You'd love to see it. You'd love to see all the turrets, you know, follow each other, follow the target, firing off together there. Beautiful. On the bottom, it's got 2. Not 1, it's got 2 on the bottom. So it's 2, it's 6. No, that's not, that's right. Wait, what? 2, 2. Yeah, 6 of these turrets total. As well as the artillery, as well as the railgun barrage on the front there. So overall, the Damocles, I know I'm butchering it, but still, I'll say it again. Class destroyer. Very, very nice. I'm just going to quickly look at the interior again. Really got to crack on now. Blasting through these. Not doing them fully justice here. But let's have a look. Where is that interior? Where's the bridge? Okay, so the bridge follows a similar design to the last one. It has got an exposed bridge, but it's kind of, again, reinforced or at least somewhat protected. A slightly different interior layout. You can get into the ship that way. You can go down inside. That's nice. Got some guy running around in a panic. Servers. You can go down further here. Come down further to the lower deck. Oh, that's just great. This is just art. This is just art right here, guys. Do you not think? Like, this is how... You know when I think of, like... Again, when I say sci-fi, but... It's really just decoration. But when I think about it... You know, the engineering part of a ship, the stuff that's kind of off limits, off access, like how the thing runs. This is what I imagine. Yeah, you can have the super clean public areas, the kind of crew quarters, hangars, whatever it is. Well, then you come to find the, you know, the meat that runs these things, the complex systems, storage tanks, all of that. This is such a perfect kind of representation of how I always imagine it be, especially even in real life. Like, if we achieve something similar in the future, I think you'll have this. You'll have all the stuff at the back, you know, I said the AC, but you know what I mean? Propulsion and all the things needed to have a ship in space like this. And sure, you might be able to tidy up the kind of living areas, but yeah, there's going to be a lot of this. And I think this is great. This really looks nice. Over to the front, there's a survival kit down here as well. Some rooms off to the sides. You got a couple of crew areas off to the side as well. That's nice. The bunks down here. Okay, if you go back up, there's a middle deck I saw somewhere, right? Here's the middle deck. Okay, the middle deck just leads you to the pilot seat. Right in the middle of the ship. Not quite, but still. Alright, guys. Great work iteration. Big shout out. Amazing work on those 3 ships there. So good. Final 2 ships of the night, guys. Let us have a little look. First up, we have the DD03A1 Assault Destroyer by Space Jace. Wow. Very different design. Have a good night iteration. Let's see what we got going on this one. Interesting. What are these little red spikes here and there? We've got... Oh, that's a nice... It's funny. I don't often see that when you see neon skin applied to the turret there. It actually colors it in a very cool way. Look at that. That's nice. So all these turrets have that kind of neon skin. Got pipes here. So... yeah. Fantastic. I actually have to really... I just realized I'll need to dash here. I have to... We'll jump in... Actually, I have to jump in the car. I just realized time is flying here. So let's have a look. Little interior. Wow. Oh, this is nice. Cozy, compact. We've got multiple cockpits. The experiment blocks. This is always great to see. So many of these new blocks put to good use. Different lighting in here. Are they in the chat? I'm assuming they are. The DD-03, the bane of the KR Destroyer's fleet existence. I know. It looks so good. It looks super, 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 super good here. Custom turrets as well. There's the rear of it. Super. Okay. So, let us... I know I spit around that, but I just realized actually just how much I need to end this. So, the final ship of the night, we have the battlecruiser Arctic by Space Chase as well. Wow, another Space Chase build. Fan-frickin-tastic. Hey, how you doing, Space Chase? Space Chase, honestly, on this weekend, I'll be streaming over on Twitch, and we'll be doing probably some showcase at some point. And yeah, you've got some beautiful builds here. I would love to see more of them and check out more detail, 100%. We have the NCC 3305A. Once again, we have a Star Trek-inspired build, no doubt about it. Got them nacelles. Wow, got the glow. So rather than... Oh, there is an entrance back here. Okay, so you can come aboard. Awesome corridors. You can come all the way to the front. No, this is awesome. Central control room here. I like the verticality. Like, it's like a three block high room inside. Feels very spacious and open. It's not something that you often see. Spinning gyroscopes. And then coming into the oh man, the bridge. This is great. With the windows. Got windows painted on, I think, right? I think. These little beam blocks going to the roof. The main control seat. What's forward then? Oh, that's very interesting. Okay, this is inside the ship. Up top, you have this huge cannon. It's a big custom turret here. With a... Oh, it's not a rocket. It's an artillery cannon inside. Wow. I did pronounce it correctly, though, that last one. That's good. Ships... Oh, okay. Diagonal... Interesting. There's a subgrid here. Must be a road... Ah, yes. Like hinges inside to have the turrets on the diagonal slopes there. Love to see that kind of design. The nacelles. Custom bull turrets. More custom turrets. So many custom turrets today. This is another one with like these neon lines down the side and rounded barrels here. Wow. Just wondering if there's any more interior I missed. I'm sure there's some more interior. Oh, there's some side rooms here. Crew quarters. Just wanted to check it out. Yeah, crew quarters. This is a speedrun and a half right here. Interesting. And that, I think that is the interior. We've got these big Prototech thrusters. 6-year-old hull. No way. I wouldn't have said so, Space Jace. Wow. Let me get some beauty shots of it. Imagine this flying. How about down below? Yeah, both these builds coming from Space Jace. You love to see it. Totally different in their like overall shape and design. But very, very nice, nevertheless. The bottom, underneath this as well, I'm seeing we got that. Okay, awesome. More turrets. There we go. Great. So, guys, let's see. I had to speak. I got quicker and quicker towards the end there. Let's see a ton of love in the chat. Round of applause for all of our showcases tonight. We've had some great builds. I really look forward to doing it the next time. So the next stream should be an SE2 stream because it just as a reminder, we tend to alternate between doing SE2, then SE1, then SE2, then SE1, and so on. So hopefully Aaron will be back next week. Maybe even Aaron will do the stream. We'll have to see. But really, big claps to everybody. And oh, I'm really big. There we go. Big claps to everybody involved. Thank you to Climb for getting the server up. That's always much appreciated. Thank you to everyone who attended the stream today on this Friday night. I hope you had a great week, and I hope you have an even better weekend. Just as a reminder, I wanted to link the poll again from today. So please, if you guys didn't respond about the SE2 keybinding poll, we have 60 responses so far, which is a great turnout. Would be great if you guys can let us know your thoughts on keybinds and let us know the passion that you want those custom keybinds. It will really, help us understand the primary reasons for wanting it. I mean, sure, everyone wants more customization, more options, right? More options are nearly always wanted. AKA the man who made a 1-to-1 scale Star Trek ship. Jaso thought Time Lord made the one I'm in. Great job on some of the last ships. They were the ones I saw. Oh, you only saw the last two ones. Yeah, the last two were awesome. I haven't seen that. I feel like, at least, I haven't seen that many builds from Space Jace over that name, like over the course of the years. But that's what we love to see. I love to always find new builders and new kind of new talent, right? Any other reminders? Support site. Join the Discord if you're not in it, guys. Discord.gg/KeenSWH if you're not in that one. Keep checking on socials. Get involved wherever you can. Giving us feedback on both the games. SE2 more crucial, given its status right now. But in general, the bug reports, the ideas, we love to see it as always. Other reminders, I think that's really it. It's been really fun. I sorry I had to rush at the end a little bit there. I was like, oh, we got time. And then suddenly I'm like, hold on a minute. I actually got to go. So, yeah. And then other things. I'll be streaming tomorrow on Twitch. I'll be doing survival. We're doing this King of the Hill survival. It's the episode 4 out of 6 probably. So it's starting to get pretty tense on the server. So you're welcome to join me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Zocli. XOC, well, just like this here. And yeah, maybe on Sunday we'll also do some showcase as well over on Twitch as well. So you're all more than welcome to join over there as well. It'd be great to see you guys. So I think really this is everything, but I really want to thank you guys. Have a great one. I'll see you in the next one. And if in doubt, I've lost it. I've lost it. If in doubt, jump drive out. Bye-bye. I gotta fix that. I gotta fix that filter.